Hey guys, welcome back to the Friday Vlog, where we discuss activity that goes on here with the BuzWeaver channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, pop culture, social media, technology, and items of interest that come up during the week that allow us to have a little bit of dialogue. Now, including in the week, I'm going to kind of take a step back, take a little bit of a break, so you may not see as much content coming out as we used to, because it's been like 9 months straight. 37 videos a month here on the BuzWeaver channel. We've been cranking it out for 9 months, not including TikTok activity and the brand new gaming channel. So it's getting kind of rough, and I need to kind of balance things out. So the load might be a little lighter during the week now, and I'll cover more significant stories, I suppose you could say. But always enjoy bringing you guys the content that I do, and I appreciate all your guys' help. That's across NewTek, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, and of course everyone here on YouTube here in 2025.
We start things off from CBS News. Obesity rate is declining as more Americans use weight loss drugs, survey finds. And what's fascinating about this is probably the most searched or researched topic on the internet is probably weight loss. I know weight loss and relationship advice or relationships are some of the top two, at least in the top 5 most researched topics on the internet. As more Americans turn to weight loss drugs, the U.S. adult obesity rate is declining, according to new survey data from Gallup. Now, of course, you can go to the link from this article, and it is right here if you want to go straight to Gallup and look it up by obesity rate declining in U.S. And we have the data published Tuesday showed the obesity rate among participants has gradually declined to 37% in 2025, after previously hitting a record high of 39.9 in 2022. Results were based on data from 3 national representative surveys of 16,946 U.S. adults interviewed by Webb in the first 3 quarters of 2025. Now, for me, 16,000 is a great sample size. They don't normally use that in polling when it comes to politics. They usually use an average of 1,500 people, which I think it should be more, but you know, that's a whole other topic today. Today we're talking about weight loss. This is a statistically meaningful decrease, representing an estimated 7.6 million fewer obese adults compared with 3 years ago, the report noted. That's pretty significant. In the report, obesity was defined using the federal standard of having a BMI or body mass index of 30 or higher. The report also explored the simultaneous increase in GLP-1 drug usage for weight loss, including semaglutides like Ozempic and Wegovy. These drugs are used to treat type 2 diabetes, which the report noted was still at an all-time high, with 13.8 of Gallup's Well-Being Index participants saying they've been diagnosed with the chronic disease. Now, my sister has type 2 diabetes herself, which was a result from her pregnancies with my niece and nephews, and so that was kind of what set hers off. Now, she's maintained her weight. Her BMI is within norms and things of that nature, but she still has to take care of her type 2. And then, of course, as we mentioned, you can go over here to Gallup directly and just check out the obesity rate decline, and the statistics are pretty interesting. It's just a lot of data if you're into that, you know, kind of a bit of a data nerd or analytics and stuff, but or analysis, kind of interesting. But let's go ahead and take a listen to what they had to say about this on News Nation.
We have a major shift to tell you about when it comes to America's fight against obesity. For the first time in 10 years, the numbers are going down. Much of that change may come down to the weight loss drug boom with Ozempic, Wegovy, and others that have swept the country. News Nation Weekend anchor 𝐿𝐞𝐤𝐿 joining us now. Anna, this is good news. You're an expert when it comes to fitness. Break down these numbers for me. What does it mean?
Right. Well, it's especially important, Hannah, because these numbers have been going up and now they're going down. We've been seeing this big shift in the obesity rates, but it's really a complicated one. Many health professionals like myself are reminding everybody just how important muscle tone is for our long-term health as well. It's not just about that number on the scale, but take a look at these obesity rates dropping. This is a victory. The national obesity rate here in this country is now about 37%. That's down from almost 40% in 2022. This is a meaningful decline, and it tracks right alongside with the doubling in the use of GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy. So they've been life-changing for a lot of people. The biggest improvements are among adults between the ages of 40 and 64, where prescriptions for these drugs have actually spiked the most as well. Now, but these numbers, they are self-reported. They're from self-reported surveys. So while this trend is definitely clear, the actual rate could still be even higher, perhaps. And leaning only on GLP-1s is a short-term fix. We really want to underscore that. Many patients are losing enormous amounts of muscle along with fat, and the drugs can cause fatigue that discourages strength training.
You can't outsmart your body, right? So you have to think about, are you taking this long term? If you're going to take it, because it can get expensive, right? And if you're going to take it for long term, then what are the side effects long term? If you look at your overall movement, that's something you don't want to stop hitting the gym.
Right, so the lifestyle piece is still missing from this puzzle for a lot of the patients using it. The drugs do curb appetite, but they don't necessarily build healthy habits or teach people to eat well. Hannah, as we know, a lot of us have friends who are using them, family members, and in a lot of cases it causes that lethargy. People don't want to be active because of it, and that can cause frailty as we get older. Even if we're smaller, we need that muscle tone so we're not frail.
So as you can see, it really comes down to the old philosophy that we've always had, right? If we could just take a pill and lose weight, it would be amazing. So there's always these side effects. There's always going to be that. And as she was saying, you know, the body knows what the body does. The biology of your body knows what it does. And we can't trick it or fool it because there will always be side effects. It's really quite extraordinary, is it not, the human body? But nonetheless, it is quite interesting because I remember when I covered this topic, I did raspberry ketones and green coffee beans, and it was massive for the channel. It was extraordinary because, like I said, some of the most researched topics on the internet are weight loss and relationship advice or relationship information. And I remember Tim Pool was mentioning this. He had a guest on or was talking to some very wealthy person. He was saying, you know, if people wanted to go a particular route to maybe earn money, that would be do some research on weight loss or even relationships. And you can even use like ChatGPT to put together, you know, a 20-page pamphlet of information. You know, you get the latest reports and releases and data and statistics and all that like we're just covering here. You can either feed it into GPT or put it all and collect it yourself and just write a little 20-page little pamphlet, as it were, maybe not a physical pamphlet of information. And then, you know, you can set up your account there on Amazon and do that. Now, of course, in life, it's a little bit more complex than that. It's easier said than done because, you know, like I said, it is a very huge topic. So weight loss and relationships are a huge topic. So you'd be competing with essentially anyone else who did the same thing, basically, right? But, yeah, it's quite extraordinary. So let me know down if you have a weight loss story down there in the comment section, if there's a particular methodology or system you use. I did do keto about 10 years ago, intermittent fasting. I still do that. I still do fasting at least once a week, and sometimes once a month I'll do a 36-hour fast. And I'll just like it because it just clears things out. I feel so much better. It balances my mood, thought processes, all these things really, really do amazing things. And I really like burning off all that sugar and junk that can accumulate, you know, as we eat certain foods that we do. But let me know down in the comments if you've tried GLP or Ozempic or any of these types of things. If you want to share that information with you, I understand it's kind of private, but you know, if you've had results from it, you know, let me know down in the comments section. But I do want to thank all you guys across NewTek, BitChute, and Rumble. Of course, as I mentioned in the intro, I'm kind of taming things down. I'm kind of focusing a little bit more across the board with all my different content because it has been a lot of content that I've been covering here for the last several months, if not the last 9 months of content here across my channel here, as well as TikTok and TikTok and here on YouTube. So thank you guys so very much. And of course, that's what I have for you guys this Friday.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the comments. I appreciate you guys helping out here on the channel. And of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to, as well as my affiliate marketing. So if you order frequently from Amazon or are a Prime member, you can order safely from my link there, our landing page link. And of course, speaking of safety online, my favorite VPN, that's Trust Zone down there. No fuss, no bloat, gets you straight to what you want to do. Excellent choice But of course, helping out the channel is as simple as hitting that like button and of course commenting there on the channel. And I appreciate your guys' continued support. That's everybody across New Tech and everybody here on YouTube. Appearing there on the screen, guys, that's going to be the channel icon. You guys can click on if you're watching on YouTube, obviously. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel, although it'll be a little bit lighter now, maybe for the rest of, maybe the end of this year, we'll see. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much for your continued support. And I'll see all you guys behind the Galaxy phone camera next week.